You made an interesting point when you talked about buying and selling versus buying and holding.
Definitely.
From my experience and just listening to people talk and trying to educate myself, both can be pretty lucrative. Do you feel like there's one that maybe outweighs the other when it comes to like if you're trying to really like make money and hit that $1 million status?
Definitely. If you're trying to hit $1 million status, buying and holding is definitely probably not the route for you.
Okay.
I don't do real estate the traditional way. Me personally, when I'm buying real estate, I'm buying real estate to build capital.
Okay.
I'm buying real estate to build capital. Why? Because I'm eventually trying to get into a bigger investment, which is apartment buildings, which I'm doing now.
Do they call them triplexes?
Triplexes and things of that nature. So a lot of people buy and hold, and I'm not saying buying and hold is a bad thing. That might be your thing. But me actually buying and selling, flipping for profit is what I do. And I love it because you're building capital, because we just talked about credit. I like to actually put a lot of that money into the bank, and I leverage that money to actually get into a bigger investment property. Like I said, banks love real estate.
Yeah.
They love buying real estate. So if I was to actually create an amount of capital, $700,000 in capital, and I actually have that in a bank account, and I can actually go and leverage that $700,000 to buy a $2.5 million apartment building using the bank's money.
I get it. So to kind of like break it down, it's more so when you're thinking about buying and selling. You buy it $100,000, quote unquote. You sell it $200,000. Now you've made $100,000
Profit.
So now you have that money in your bank, and that's where you're talking about capital. Versus when you buy it and you hold it, you've bought it, you fixed it up. Now it looks good, and now you're renting it out. So now that return on investment is more slower.
Definitely,
right?
because renting out is not a bad thing if you're trying to build generational wealth for a long-term period. You can pass it on as well, but I'm doing it a way to where I'm trying to live a substantial amount of money back from my daughter, and something that I like to call it indestructible wealth. You know, something that, you know, if she doesn't have the knowledge to actually carry on, she can't destroy it. You know, so one of those things, like I said before, you know, you can buy a property. Let's say you buy a property for $100,000, you know, and then now you want to rent this property out. You want to buy and hold. You know, the mortgage for that property is probably $700, and you're going to rent that property out for $1,000. You know, you're making small margins, but you have to keep in mind, you know, you have insurance, you have overhead and things, and then you want somebody to manage repairs and things of that nature. So, you know, it's a small return, but it's a consistent return. Some people want consistent. I'm not that guy.
What you're looking for.
Definitely, what you're looking for. I'm one of those type of individuals. I buy properties, like I said before, I flip them, create capital, so I can get to a bigger deal. It's always about the